Yes, boys, hope you're all well. And today we're just going to do a little bit of a market recap and a few other little things. But just want to do a market recap from Friday and a bit of mindset behind these trades that I took. And going forward, what could be done or what you could do within your trading plan and your career as a trader going forward. So Friday was an interesting day. I took two trades. Both hit break even after they went up 1R. So my strategy is I go for 2R, so 2% profit, risking 1%, and once it goes to 1%, I'll go break even. Now, if I hadn't have gone break even, one would have hit stop loss and one would have hit take profit. So if I'd have took both, I'd have been 1% up. Now, you have to ask yourself, if I'd have done that, would I actually have took another trade? Because I might have took the loss and thought, you know what, it's Friday, I'm not placing any more trades. Quite possibly, because sometimes after a loss you think, I just don't fancy it anymore today. Gonna come back tomorrow once I've cleared my mind of all the nonsense or whatever you've got floating about your mind. You know, sometimes it just throws you off a little bit. Anyway, there was two great trades that I took. Now, the first one was based here on this 4H candle that closed at 6 a.m. Now, I've explained how I trade. If I feel like the bullish or bearish candle that has just closed gives me enough reason to execute a trade, then I will do. Now, after seeing that the market had been pushing down for such a long time on the Thursday, I went to bed on that Thursday night thinking if I wake up and I see a bullish candle and the market structure looks right, then I'm going to place a trade. I'm going to buy this because the markets can't move in one direction forever. It's just not possible. It doesn't happen. Alright, it could go down for a long time, but eventually there has to be a relief within the market. The second trade that I took was on this 4H bullish candle because it just made sense. We've had all of this. We've just had this little bit bullish candle. I anticipate after this bullish candle, the next bullish candle will be from my back testing. You always tend to get 2 or 3 bullish or bearish candles in a row, and you can go and test this for yourself. Fair enough, sometimes when you have a crazy move like this, you don't always get that continuation, right? But a lot of the time, off my testing, look, 1, 2 candles bearish, the next 1, 2, 3, you know, so on. 3 bearish candles here, 2 here, 3 here, I should say. Go and have a look for yourself. You can't just enter the trades willy-nilly. You've got to have a good reason. The 5-minute structure, in my case, has to make sense for me to enter the trade. Have you taken out a structural high? Have you taken out a structural low? As the market flips from being in a bearish sentiment to bullish sentiment, your last 4H has just closed bullish to give you, you know, so on. So these are my two trades here and here. I'll show you them on the 5-minute, and let me just explain this a little bit and what I'm doing going forward. So this was the first trade. This was where the candle closed, the 5:55 candle, because that is a 6 o'clock close on the 4H. So I've seen this. We created a little wick here. This is your wick, alright, on the 4H, as I've explained in previous videos. And I thought, seems though I've only had a little wick, I'm going to just put my buy stop here, just above all of this, just in case the spreads tag me in and I get in a bit premature. And, you know, I got tagged in, bit of a drawdown at first, and then we went up to 1%. I seen all these wick rejections and I thought, I could actually just take profit here for 1%. 1%, £200 on a £20,000 account, which I've got. You know, I'm doing an FTMO challenge. I've done them in the past with other companies. The companies went bump, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're back on the journey again. So, yeah, I thought, no, I'm just going to let it run, see what happens. Obviously, I went break even. If I didn't go break even, I would have got stopped out. Anyway, I told myself if I see another bullish candle close and the market structure just makes sense to me, I'm just going to get in with another trade. So here we are, come to the markets, 10 o'clock, you've just seen the 4H close with a strong bullish candle. And, you know, I was watching the chart and I just thought, quite like the look of this. I just fancied it. Now, it's not the biggest pullback in the world to create a wick on your 4H, but I just took the trade anyway. And I'm pretty sure I got in here. I'll just have to double check. I don't know whether this has moved. I actually think I got in here, to be honest with you. I think I got in there. And this is how the trade would have... This is how the trade would have gone here. Pretty sure. So this is where I got in. And this is where I got tagged back out. Now, if I hadn't have gone break even on this, well, you can see for yourself. I mean, the potential was massive. You could have got, you know, you're never going to do this, but you could have got a 15R on that. Be unbelievable money. Of course, I don't do that, and that's not in my trading plan, and I only go for 2% profit per trade. So, here we are. We've got 2 break-even trades. One would have lost if I hadn't have done it, and one would have won. So, the question to ask myself, am I going to continue with the break-even trades? Well, yeah, because it's in my plan, and at the minute, it is working for me. Now, I'm going to keep executing these trades and going break even once I get to 1%, or where the market feels right to go break even. If there's some kind of traffic to the left that I just don't like, and I think better off being safe than sorry, I'm going to continue with this because it's in my plan. This has worked for me in the past. And why would I not continue to do that? Fair enough, I could have made some profits this week, but what about next week? I don't do that, and because I've not gone break even, I lose. Well, this is why you've got to collect data. And this is the point that I'm going to get onto next with your trading. So, what is my plan going forward? I've already explained that. And we'll just have a little bit of something here. So you can control the process, but not the outcome. Keep going. You've got to keep going with your plan. Alright? It's got to be clear in your mind exactly what you're doing. And you need to just back up your data. Live test it with 100 trades. Just keep on doing it. Just keep on doing it. Because if you don't do it, then how are you supposed to know? For me, I'm just playing it fairly safe at the minute. Not too safe, because if you're too safe, you won't get anywhere. But I want to protect my capital and I want to protect my account because it just makes sense to me. Now, this is just some thoughts at the top here. You know, I just like to do a little bit of writing and I'll just read it out. Pursue abundance but expect to feel loneliness. Well, if you want to achieve something within, for example, trading, you've got, you know, you're going to be in this on your own. There's not a lot of people. I don't know anybody that's doing this. I've never met anyone that's doing this. I've never met any Forex traders. Maybe I've walked past them. I didn't know there was. Every day you try, you may seem like you're getting further away from your goal. Going backwards, no progression. Well, it's just not true, is it? If you turn up every single day and you keep trying, or well be it, you know, you might fail. Well, I tell you what, that's better than doing nothing, and it is still progression. An hour a day is better than nothing, because there's people out there that just aren't prepared to put in the work and put in the effort to actually maybe find something out about themselves. Maybe they could have been a Forex trader, but they just didn't put the effort in. These people will never know, because if you never start something, you just won't find out. And I know I'm going to be a Forex trader. There's no doubt about it in my mind now. It's going to happen. So I'm married to the game, and I got no shame when people still, you know, they say, "Oh, you're still doing that." Ha. Of course I am, mate. I'm not a quitter like you. You carry on with your nonsense, whatever you're doing. Listen, mate, if I'm better in my life, even if I win or lose, I'm still going to carry on, and I'm not ashamed of it one bit. People are scared of failing. I just got to embrace it at this point. I've failed so many times at so many things. Anyway, no quitting here, boys. You're all in my comments saying don't quit. Do not worry. I am not quitting this time. I mean, I've never quit. I've always just delved off into other little bits and bobs and that, and No, it's full focus here now. And this is why I'm documenting it. Anyway, we strive for greatness only to be knocked back down. People's beliefs on a distant horizon. You know, don't be telling people what you're doing, but if you do, a lot of people just don't care anyway. And they don't really want you to succeed a lot of the time. A few of you boys out there on the YT giving me the whatever it is, you know, bigging me up and that. I appreciate that. Because you boys are on the same journey. Anyway, self-belief, clear vision, good intentions. We can't stop, boys. Just keep on going. Blessed with the ability to achieve greatness. I've missed out. Oh no, I've not. Yeah, blessed with the ability to achieve greatness. Just achieve it. You'll be proud. So much potential wasted in laziness. You can't settle for mundane existence. Unless you want to, of course. So, you know, if you want to be the one to change history within your family, you've got to be brave enough to continue. And you've got to be blessed with an indefatigable mind. You won't make it if you don't. So, to get back onto the point, I know it was a bit of a tangent, but that all rounds back to me with just executing with confidence, trading without fear. Your financial freedom lays there, fellas. You've got to continue with the same plan every day that you know works. Don't be changing things, right? Don't be missing days. Don't be getting up on not on time. If you're missing that 6 o'clock alarm to get up to trade because you're a bit tired, like a little, oh, I'm tired, you're not going to make it. What do you want? Be cosy in your bed, waiting to go to your 9 to 5. Stay in your bed, mate, if you want to be that guy. Seen a bit of a video there before, someone, well, not someone, a bit of an animated thing, very mind-opening, but yeah, anyway, get up on time, boys, stop being lazy, get to it, set your alarm, whatever time, 5:45, get up, wake yourself up, you know, whatever you do, get on your computer and do your work and achieve what you've set out to achieve. And actually try your best. Not 90% of the time. Not 95% of the time. Every single time. 100% of the time. Otherwise, you're going to get inconsistent results. Trust the process. Have a clear plan. It's just simple. You've got to do the same thing every single week. Week in, week out. Be consistent, because then you'll get the clear data breakdown of what you're doing, right? And this is all relating back to my break-even trades, because, like I say, I could not go break-even next week, and then it all goes Pete Tong wrong. You just got to keep doing it. So trust the process, boys. You've got to trust the process and have a clear plan. Just makes sense, surely. You know? I'm very passionate about this. I'm really passionate about it. You can't be having variation in what you're doing. It doesn't work. Find something and stick to it. Clear vision. Clean charts, boys. Just make things easier for yourself. My charts are very clean. None of this. I don't need all of this indicator stuff. People, I really appreciate people keep giving me suggestions about what to do and stuff. This has worked for me in the past, this process. It has worked for me in the past with funded accounts. I've had funded accounts before. I'd still have had a funded account, I'm sure, in the past, presently. But the company went bust. Just lost my head a bit, I think. I don't know what happened. The boys come up to me, another business venture, took that upon myself, you know. Just got sidetracked. But this is where my passion truly lies. So yeah, we're continuing with this. I'm collecting my data again. But everyone out there with the kind words and stuff, do this and that, I really appreciate. But this is my plan. I'm not changing anything at the minute, and I'm just sticking to what I know. Sticking to what I know. Don't overcomplicate it, boys and girls, if any of you watching, and just trust the process. Collect 100 trades, the data from it. Collect the data, then you'll know. Do 0.01 lots. So what if you're only winning and losing a little bit? Then you know, don't you? Anyway, to finish this off, execute with confidence, trade without fear. Financial freedom lays here. Every time I open my phone, which I will show you now, if you look, alright, you can see that there. I've had that wrote on my phone for a long time. Execute with confidence, trade without fear, for your financial freedom lays here. Fear not losing, but never making any money. If you don't place any trades, then you're never going to know. So you might win some, you might lose some. You've got to do it to know. When you paper trade, right, so when you're paper trading, that's on a demo account, you're trading from a carefree state of mind. Let that be the same when live. So when you're on a live account, trade like you would on a demo. It's hard, but it is possible. Think like a pro. When the patterns present themselves, don't think, just trade. And greatness lies at the end of a bumpy road. Believe and you will achieve. And I'm going to end it at that. They're my notes that I look at every single day when I open my phone, especially before I'm placing a trade. I read them and I'm fired up. I know exactly what I'm doing. So to end that, boys, have a great trading week. Stick to the plan, trust the process, don't overcomplicate anything. Sorry I'm doing a bit of waffling, bit tired. Been in Wales for the weekend doing missions and whatever else I like doing. But yeah, back to it this week, boys. We're going to smash the week no matter what happens. I hope you do too. And thanks for tuning in as always. I'll see you in the next one.